What's up, YouTube? It's been a couple weeks. I figure we'll go take a little walk through the garden and see how things are doing. For the most part, everything's doing pretty good except for my peppers. Peppers got that spotted. Oh boy, I forget off the top of my head. It's got a disease. I'm gonna probably have to rip them out. I don't think they're gonna amount to anything. So let's go take a little look. Boy, it's beautiful out right now. Had a little bit of storm come by and it cooled it down. I think it's about 70, maybe 75 if it's that. It's supposed to be 68 degrees tomorrow. So here's your potatoes. They're all scenting flowers. They're all making potatoes. They're all looking pretty good. I find a few beetles here and there on them, not too bad. Here's the cabbage I planted not too long ago. Different stages, like I say. The other ones are really big. I'll be picking them probably pretty soon, and these will be later on. I got some Vortex beans. Are starting to grab the trellis and starting to climb up. The spaghetti squash and all that is looky here. Looky here, I missed that before. See those little guys? Colorado potato beetle. I didn't see that one before, and I even went through all these. Well, here you go, chickens. Gobble them up. I'll have to go through these again tomorrow. I haven't been finding too many, few here and there. But that's what happens when they start to hatch. They'll chew your plant down and up. Watermelons. Who knows with those? You know, it's late in the season. It's July now. We'll see what happens. Spaghetti squash is doing really good. You know, now it's July. I'm really got my eyes open for insect problems right now. I have a lot of cucumber beetles running around. You see these little yellow traps loaded down with them. The things really work. I got 4 of them here, and they're sticking to them like mad. The main things I look for are, the cucumber beetles do a little bit of damage to the plants. It's the squash bugs and the vine borers are the ones that I look for. Now this time of the year, you'll see the vine borer moth flying around. They look like a wasp with a yellow, with a red abdomen. So I keep my eyes open for that. I was hoping I could maybe catch a couple on these traps, but I haven't seen any yet. But I'll look around. Pretty sooner or later, you'll see them buzzing around. You see on these traps are loaded with these cucumber beetles. Loaded with them. And they're landing on me. So the eggplants, they're getting going. Slow to get going. I've been picking a lot of sugar snap peas. Cucumbers are doing okay. These hot cherry peppers are doing really nice. They're looking really healthy, setting a lot of flowers. The zucchinis, we're getting some zucchinis. Here's one there, probably be picking that pretty soon. There's another over there. I found 2 squash bugs on these plants the other day. So I'm always looking under the leaves for eggs. See all the striped cucumber beetles flying around. I spray this with neem oil too. I make my own spray and buy that 100% cold pressed neem oil, and I add a little soapy dishwater to it. And that's what I spray on once a week. These peppers are doing okay. A little yellow. They were real yellow when I first planted them. They're starting to get a little bit more greener. And they're getting some of that crookneck squash growing. So everything's looking pretty good. The onions are doing really good. You got to keep your onions happy. A happy onion is going to keep growing. Once you stress them out, or let them dry out and they get stressed, they're going to go to seed and ain't going to do nothing anymore. So you got to keep your onions happy. The gagoots is getting really big. As you can see, I remember last time 2 weeks ago was probably half the size. I see a lot of male flowers. I don't see any females yet, but give it time. They'll be on there. Oh, the tomatoes are doing good. The San Marzano. The kale we've been eating, the bottom leaves of kale is beautiful. Love the kale. The beets are doing really good. They're forming the little bulbs, the beets. I hit them with some phosphorus the other day, some bone meal. These cucumbers in here, Robin's cucumbers, are getting hammered by the beetles. I just fertilize them, hit them with some Epsom salt, some calcium and stuff like that. We'll see what happens. The lettuce, you've seen the lettuce before. You've seen the greens before. The greens keep growing. Repot more greens, more kale, more Swiss chard. Bok choy's doing really good. It's starting to look like a bok choy plant. Spinach, we just keep clipping it and it just keeps growing. Keep eating. I'll be eating some more tonight. Mustards are going to seeds, but we're still eating them. The escarole. Planted some more Swiss chard. I'll be starting another pot of greens. Keep the greens going, man, all year long. Love them greens. Here's the other cabbages that we planted first. You see how big they are compared to the other ones. We'll be making some kraut and all kinds of good stuff like that. Here's some more pepper plants. They're doing really good, looking nice and healthy. Calcium and phosphorus, little nitrogen, because this compost has already got plenty of nitrogen in it. Tomatoes are looking really good. Getting a lot of small little tomatoes on them. You probably can't see that, but they're still looking a little healthy. I'm going to probably go through these tomorrow and pull a lot of the bottom branches off the leaves to get some more air circulation, and I don't want that water splashing up on the leaves, so I'll be doing that tomorrow. Carrots are growing nice. Marigolds are looking pretty. Swiss chard, we've been eating that Swiss chard like mad. I mean, look, it's going to seed. Not to seed, actually. It goes 2 years before it goes to seed, but it's growing like a tree. So we just keep cutting the leaves off and eating it. I make that with some beans and garlic. Red beans, garlic. Oh boy, a little hot pepper flake. Amazing. There's some more beets. I'm going to go through that and thin them out. Probably transplant a bunch of them. Another carrots in another stage. And here's your broccoli. I picked about 10 pieces of broccoli yesterday. Nice broccoli. Plants look beautiful. Nice and healthy. They're doing good. You know, broccoli's a hit and miss. Last year I didn't get any broccoli. I mean, the plants grew like mad, but I didn't get any heads. This year I planted it really early. I mean, we had a couple of nights it was 29 degrees. As you can see, they like it. Even the cauliflower. Look at the cauliflower. We got some nice heads of cauliflower. 1, 2. We picked one yesterday. I ate it. Another one. They were all over the place. Cauliflower. This one's a little guy in there, but it's getting it going. You see it in there? So we got a bunch of cauliflower. We'll be pickling cauliflower. Make hot cauliflower. It's good. Here's your sweet 1 million. This is a sweet 1 million. This is the first time I grew this. Look at them, how pretty those are, huh? They're starting to form all the tomatoes on it. Here's the pepper plants that look like crap. See, they got that disease on them. I'm probably going to be pulling them up out of the ground. Looks like I ain't going to get much of peppers this year. I got a few over there that look pretty good, but what are you going to do? Some of your stuff don't grow too good. More tomatoes. We're going to have loads of cans of tomatoes. Here's your more Vortex beans are climbing up the trellis. More on this side. This is a hot pepper. I think this is a hot Italian hot. I like my hot peppers. It's doing really good. It's loaded with peppers. Eggplants are looking sad. Jalapenos. More escarole. Here's an old concrete tub. I mean, if you lay something laying around, I'll put a couple holes in the bottom, put some plants in it. Make a planter. And a bunch of people have been asking me about the tomatoes in the pots. Tomatoes in pots are looking really good. I mean, they're still looking nice and healthy. I don't got any disease problems on them yet. The only thing you got to do with these pots is they got to get watered every day. A good soaking every day. And then once a week I fertilize them. I hit them with the phosphorus, the calcium, little nitrogen, not much nitrogen. The soil is already 100% compost, and I put a little compost tea in them, but most of it's calcium and phosphorus. You want the phosphorus, you want the flowers, you want the fruit. See, it's loaded down. What's this one? Black cherry. Look, something nibbling on that. What is that? I gotta get out here with the shotgun. This one's loaded down. What is this? A yellow? I think this was a yellow one. Golden boy. Some more kale. A little feed bucket. Got a hole in the bottom. It broke, so I'll stick some plants in it. Corn's starting to get going. Remember that squash I put in 2 weeks ago? 3 times the size already. Straight in the compost. Let's take a look. Let's take a little look. What was that? Let's take a little look in the greenhouse. Cucumbers are still doing good. This other type of gagutsa, I don't know. I never grew it before. It seems like it's real slow to get going. Here's the one of the cucumber plants. It's loaded with flowers, but I've been in here trying to hand pollinate these. See, that guy's starting to grow because they don't get much bees in here. The sweet potatoes are taking off. I still got to get this asparagus out in the ground. And you can see these tomatoes. These are the sweet 100s, boy. They're looking really nice and healthy looking. No problems on them, no diseases. They're just looking really good. They're loaded with flowers and they're setting a lot of fruit. See down in here. So it won't be long. We'll be having some tomatoes. There's some tomatoes on here on these striped Germans. That guy's getting pollinated. He's getting the crap shook out of it. I come in here and slap these flowers all the time. Just slap them because, you know, the tomatoes got a male and female on the same flower. So actually, by you hitting it, the wind pollinates them. The pollen falls down and then you'll get a tomato growing. So I come in here and smack them around a little bit. Smack your tomatoes. Hey, look at all these tomatoes. I was slapping the crap out of these the other day. Alright, the only other thing we got over here is the garlic. Now, sometimes, some years I cut the scapes off, some years I don't. Everybody says you cut the scapes off, you create a bigger bulb because it sends all the energy down into the bulb. This could be true, but some years I don't do it and I still get a nice garlic bulb. Now, I think this year what I'm going to do is I'm going to do half of them and leave half with the scapes on, and we'll see what happens. I always keep my eye on these when I know when to start picking them. I don't want these things to start splitting apart. You want to pick them before that. So I would probably say you probably got until maybe the end of the month. And these will be coming up out of the ground. Then you got the butternut squash there. You see I planted it in amongst them. It's starting to run wild. Ooh, what was that? Did I just see a vine borer flying around? Nope, it's a... I thought I just seen one. I just got them dreaded cucumber beetles. I thought I'd seen it, but pretty soon these garlics will come out of here and I'll weed this out, and then these butternut squash will have more room to grow. These are volunteer sunflowers from last year. Look at them all. Robin planted a whole row of them along the fence last year, and now they're everywhere. Ooh. See that moth? No good. You gotta catch him. Alright, YouTube. It's getting late in the day. I'm gonna pick me some greens and have a nice salad and a piece of fish. Later.